dito mo talaga makita ko.
You'll get your tickets at when you open your style. Once it opens up, you hold the
Ay, pala, Space Center Houston. Ayun, yan. Ako nga tayo.
Ayun, galing.
Kuya!
Alright, I hate that without a reason, but I digress. So, this here is the flight recorder or photo for short. It's basically a stationary Bible made for space. Now, keep in mind, we are in polar Earth ground because the astronauts are going through all of the time zones so quickly. All of their lights and their clocks have been adjusted to Greenwich Mean Time or
You see that? That's standing up. There's no up and down. You zip yourself in.
anyway, let me get out of here.
Galing mo. Anong oras mo naglagay?
Be back here for 1 o'clock for that one. I recommend doing Rocket Park now, because you can set your time out there and then you'll come back and then
Where's the rock? Doon naman. Parang doon pa sa room. Sa room.
incident. So before we get started, please listen to the following safety protocols. First of all, and most importantly, please remain seated at all times while the tram is in motion, keeping your arms, legs, and feet inside the tram, please. Also, please refrain from eating, smoking, or vaping while on this tram, and drinks are fine as long as they have a secure lid.
Seatbelt ka, Ben.
Tiens, Blanche, allez, viens, on va se prendre un selfie, viens, viens Louis. Viens. Vas-y, viens Louis, allez, allez.
Yeah, it's such a lucky. It's a lucky pala siya.
Dapat pala nakukuha ng ako eh.
iPad eh.
Pero tama na yung phone. Yun pala, dapat yung nagpapicture yung katabi ng mga yun. Ayun. Ready pa?
John Calder and his team finally achieved.
Upo ka na, dali. Upo na. Upo.
It's one of the stranger sights in all of aviation. A 747 airliner piggybacking a 165,000-pound space
Ito
shuttle.
yung sing-sing mo. Ano yan?
Yung flight attendant sa Diego. Wala rin piloto. Dapat kanina nagpicture kayo nito. Labas.
Jetzt warte mal.
Apollo.
Wollen wir erst den Fuß anschauen lassen oder möchtest du gleich irgendwie dort noch anschauen? know?
SDTS was originally designed to simulate the relative dynamics of docking or connecting things in space, and the system uses a real-time application to get the most accurate information on mating or docking processes. If you look in front of the Orion command module, you'll see a white tube-like structure with blue stairs leading to a circular opening. This mock-up is a part of the lunar orbital platform called Gateway, built by Northrop Grumman. Gateway is another international partnership project which will allow... What is everybody's favorite part of the astronaut training facility? One of my favorite parts of the building is Valkyrie. We cannot easily however, keeping humans in space safely for a longer duration of time is just as much, if not more, important as getting mankind into space in the first place. We are now approaching the heart of JSC to our left-hand side. This is the Christopher C. Kraft Jr. Mission Control Center.
Nagpupunta kami ng pag-sale.
Bukas outlet tayo.
Baka sale din doon. Baka sale din.
Marami.
Mabili
Lagi
siya.
namang may sale sila.
That is helping NASA prepare for missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. The Space Vehicle Mock-Up Facility, also known as the Astronaut Training Facility, welcomes astronauts from around the world and across various organizations to come here to prepare for their missions in space. Astronauts train with a variety of different mock-ups that simulate the different spacecraft and equipment that they will encounter on their missions. In fact, this is an active training facility, so as we drive by, pay attention to the parking lot. You may even notice Reed Wiseman or Victor Glover training for an upcoming mission. On your right, you guys will see Building 29. And if you look at the center of the building, you might notice its distinctive circular structure. Originally, this was a flight acceleration facility, basically a fancy name for a centrifuge used by astronauts. They would train in this centrifuge to experience the intense G-forces encountered during space flight. Later, during the Space Shuttle program, the building was converted into a training pool for astronauts until those activities were moved to a larger facility a few miles down the road. JSC is very mindful of the spaces they occupy, and when possible, they aim to renovate and repurpose older buildings for new missions. Today, Building 29 houses software and hardware testing and integration for the Orion spacecraft. Coming up on our right is Building 5, the Jake Garn Simulation and Training Facility. As the name suggests, this building is where our astronauts train using high-fidelity simulators, preparing them for the challenges of spaceflight. A standout feature here is the T-38 trainer, which helps astronauts learn to fly the T-38 Talon jets. These jets are essential for astronaut training, providing a real-world environment where they can practice high-speed maneuvers and space mission protocols. You might be wondering, to the left, we have trees dedicated to NASA astronauts, such as Neil Armstrong, Pete Conrad, and Alan Bean. On the right, we recognize Johnson Space Center employees that have made notable contributions to the space program, like former JSC Director Mark Geyer. Each tree symbolizes growth, resilience, and the unrelenting spirit